Hey, my fire squad, this is Fire Tarot with your fire signs mid-month for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius messages. What messages do we have for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please? What is going on with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? Messages for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please. What's going on with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? And messages for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What's going on in the past for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for mid-month of October? What's going on for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? That's too many. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please. What messages do we have for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? All for our fire signs for the month of October. What's going on with Aries, Leo, and Sag? What's going on in the past? The Eight of Swords is in the past. You feel strapped down about a situation. You feel very trapped. In the present situation, you have the Five of Swords. You feel like somebody's been sticking you in the back, like backstabbing you, with the Five of Swords. And they're walking away. What is the course of action for all our fire signs? What's the course of action for the fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And whatever is not resonating with you, you can just toss aside or into the trash. What is the course of action for our fire signs, please? We need a course of action for our fire signs. We need a course of action for the fire signs, please. Course of action for fire signs. The Page of Swords. What's in the hopes and fears of our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please? We need hopes and fears for our fire signs. The Four of Pentacles. What is the outcome for all our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please? What is the outcome for our fire signs? What is the outcome for all the fire signs, please? The Hangman, you're being stuck in a position. What's the overall energy? Five. Oh, all over energy for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please. All over energy. 2. 3. 4. 5. Overall energy is the King of Wands. You have the strength to get through your struggles that you're going through, your burdens, or trapped feeling. I'm using the Crystals Vision Tarot. You have one major arcana in our reading, and that's the Hanged Man. But the King of Wands is all over energy. The King of Wands tells us he's highly creative, ambitious, inspiration, bold, charismatic. The king is strong, assertive, and a force to be reckoned with. A true leader, much as the king, power comes from his energy, enthusiasm, and vision. King's companions are a dragon and a lion, symbols of fire and strength. He poses as a crystal ball. He poses a crystal ball, a symbol of inspiration and vision. The king is charming and majestic, that he often sweeps women off their feet. Unfortunately, as with his interest, he is fickle in love, and as soon as the fire of his passion dies down, he is on to the next great thing. In the past, you had the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is a card of restriction, feeling bond, helplessness, and vulnerable. The woman is portrayed in this card as being held captive. The ravens seem to have captured her, but actually she is one imprisoning herself. Her legs are bound loosely enough so that she can still free to move, and amid the 8 swords that seemingly trap her, there is a gap large enough for her to pass. Her blindfold prevents her from seeing a way out of her situation. In the present situation, you have the 5 of Swords. And the Five of Swords represents betrayal, or someone who cheats or uses an unfair advantage to win. We must look out for ourselves and try to claim what is rightfully ours. Yet hurting others in our own self-insert will lead you to shallow victory. The card despites a woman stabbed in the back as her assailant takes off with the Three Swords. He seems pleased with his victory, yet pauses to look back. In your course of action, you have the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is a forceful communicator who is assertive and represents a test of wills. Although young, she learned to be just and forthright. She uses her sharp wit and intelligence to solve problems and diffuses conflict, although her surroundings seem turbulent as the ravens fly in a disturbed pattern. She remains calm and ready for action. In your hopes and fears, you have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles represents a desire to maintain control and hang on one's position. Carefully planning and wise spending are virtuous. However, the Three is in danger of being too possessive and controlling. The character portrayed here is smug about prosperity she has earned, unwilling to share. She would rather be alone with her belongings to risk losing them. So in your fears, you're fearing that you being too possessive and controlling over your money in a situation, and you don't want to. You feel like you're gonna risk losing something, but in your hopes, you are carefully planning. And you're wisely spending. Um, Your hopes are maintaining control and hanging on to your possessions. And then your outcome, you have the Hangman. Like I said, this is your major arcana for your reading so far. And the Hangman represents a period of suspension, indecision, sacrifice, and surrender. It is time to let go and find anticipation in a situation in which one no longer has control. Change your perspective or old ways of thinking in order to find freedom and continued growth. The figure could struggle to break free, but instead he hangs suspended through the sacrifice and surrender. He empowers himself with a new outlook on life. And that's your outcome for our fire signs for mid-month of October. Ugh. What do our fire signs need to focus on for mid-month of October, please? What messages do we have for our fire signs for mid-month of October? What do we need to focus on for mid-month of October, please? What do our fire signs need to focus on? What do our fire signs need to focus on? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please. What do our fire signs need to focus on for the month of mid-month of October? What do our fire signs need to focus on? What do the fire signs need to focus on for mid-month of October? What do our fire signs need to focus on? What do the fire signs need to focus on for mid-month of October? Seven of Pentacles. I trust my ideas and my direction. The Seven of Pentacles, Malachite, potential growth, your reflection on your situation, and wonder if it has all been worthwhile. The message of the Seven keeps going even when you doubt yourself and your goal. You're on the right track. If you commit and persevere, you will get the rewards you deserve. It may be tempting to feel dissatisfied and look elsewhere, as you have worked hard and invest much time and energy. Appreciate the gains you have made and dedicate yourself. There is much more to come. I trust my ideas and my direction. You need to trust your ideas more often, is what you need to focus on. You also need to, your potential growth, you need to focus on your reflection on a situation. Stop doubting yourself. Because you have the strength to get what you need to get done. Even to get to your goals. What does Osho Zen have to tell our fire signs for the mid-month of October, please? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What do our fire signs have to tell us for the mid-month of October, please? Please give us some messages for our fire signs for mid-month of October, Osho Zen. We need some fire sign messages from Osho Zen, please. What messages do we have from Osho Zen, please? Osho Zen has to tell you inner voice. for our fire signs, which is a major arcana. The inner voice speaks not in words, but in the wordless language of the heart. It is like an oracle who can only speak the truth. If it had a face, it would be like the face of the center of this card. Alert, watchful, and able to accept both the dark and the light. Symbolizes by the two hands holding the crystal. The crystal itself represents the clarity that comes from transcending all dualities. The inner voice can also be held playful as it dives deep into the emotions and emerges again to soar towards the sky, like two dolphins dancing in the waters of life. Is connected with the cosmos through the crescent moon crown, and the earth as represented by the green leaves on the figure kimono. There is a time in our lives when too many voices seem to be pulling us this way and that. Our very confusion in such situations is a reminder to speak in silence and centering within. Only then we are able to hear our truth. And that's the messages that Osho had to tell us for our fire signs, for Aries, Leo, and Sag for the mid-month of October. What angel messages do we have for all our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please? What angel messages do we have from our fire signs? What angel messages do we have for our fire signs, please? What angel message wants to come forward for our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? What angel message wants to come forward for us? The angel message that came out is number 20. Angels help you to concentrate only on the good in your life. Angels help you concentrate only on the good in life. As much as possible, we want you to ignore the bad and concentrate only on the good in life. Often there is more than one way of looking at a situation. Bear this in mind. When you choose how to feel, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can it help me? Now that from each experience comes learning and growth. What romance angel wants to come forward for all our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? What romance angel wants to come forward for all our fire signs, please? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What romance angel wants to come forward for our fire signs for the mid-month of October, please? What romance angel wants to come forward new love. Any more romance angels wants to come forward for their fire signs for mid-month of October, please? So somebody new is coming into your life if they haven't already. That's what I'm getting. But a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I'm feeling that it's a very strong connection between the two of you. You guys are going to be having a heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. What moon messages do we have for all our fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please, for the mid-month of October. Excuse me. What moon messages do we have for all our fire signs for mid-month of October, please? What moon messages want to come forward for our fire signs? What moon messages want to come forward? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Moon messages for our fire signs. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So I'm feeling some of you need to make some adjustments that are required in your third quarter month. When you're going through a situation that you need to get rid of first before you can have your new love and your heart-to-heart conversation with them. But let's see what adjustments are required means or has to say. And that's third quarter moon. Beginning of the book, that's what I thought. Adjustments are required. Think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there is also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of it. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved, which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with with the promise that all is not lost. However, there is a change or adjustments required before you will get to where you want to be. A change of course of forecast now that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of. So pay attention. I'm reevaluating the situation. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing your issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move this situation forward. What dragon messages do we have for all our fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please, for mid-month of October. What dragon messages do we have for our fire signs? What dragon messages want to come forward for our fire signs, please? What dragon messages would like to come forward for mid-month of October for our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Any more dragon messages? The dragon that came forward is Golden Atlanta. Golden Atlanta dragon. Golden Atlantean dragon helps you remember the wisdom of the Golden Atlantis. Awaken brings back your knowledge, gifts, and talents. Reclaim your mastery. And that is a 7th dimensional dragon. On page 100. Seventh dimensional. Like I said. Seventh dimensional golden Atlantean dragon holds the key and codes of the awesome wisdom of Golden Atlantis. The golden era of Atlantis lasted over 1,500 years, and during this time, the people lived in harmony and happiness. At the upper level of the 5th dimension, humans, animals, and the land itself radiated as a golden aura, and everyone enjoyed soul satisfaction. Source's energy powered in the great crystal held in the temple of Pasadena, which was the power source for the civilization. The awesome spiritual technology of Atlantis was activated by crystals and mind control. When we are ready to bring back our ancient Atlantean knowledge of wisdom, Golden Atlanta dragons will come to us and reactivate the gifts and the talents of information held with our DNA. This card invites you to activate your own personal 5th dimensional blueprint. 4, it contains the light of the incredible air of the Golden Atlantis. The Golden Atlantina dragon, who has come to you now, worked directly with all the great masters of Atlantis during the Holocaust days, and remembers exactly who you truly are. Prepare to reclaim your majesty. You are ready to dissolve the final veils of Amenasta of your dragon will assist you to do so. Ask it to breathe its golden fire into your 3rd eye, so the final clearance and awakening can take place. Your dragon will then remain with you and shine light into you as you prepare to stand in your power as an Atlantina master. And those were our dragons messages for our fire signs for mid-month of October. butterfly messages do we have for all our fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for mid-month of October, please. What butterfly messages do we have for our fire signs, please? What butterfly messages do we have for all our fire signs? What butterfly messages do we have for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please? Fire messages for butterfly messages for our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please. Not feeling trial here, so we'll put you back the other way. The first card that's coming out is Memories. 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 This card guides you to reflect on happy memories as you look back onto your life. Remembering the good times can escalate those joyful feelings and help you focus upon the love instead of pain. If you are grieving the loss of a loved one, feeling glad for the time that you did spend together, especially helpful. Your guidance includes honoring these memories through a photo album or scrapbook, through a memorial, contribution, or celebration, or by writing your memories in an autobiography book or article. If you experience reoccurring challenging flashbacks, it may be time for you to work with a counselor who specializes in trained trauma therapy. This professional can help you shed the shadow of the past in a way that's healthy and promotes growth. Contacting someone from your past, creating a tribute to a past loved one, to our past loved ones, taking care of your mind through meditation and brain stimulating work, improving your focus and concentrate through detoxing and good nutrition. The second butterfly card that came out is Support. You've received this card because you've been accustomed to doing everything yourself, and now it is time to request and receive help. This is a valuable life lesson that will allow you to grow in every area. So think of it as an investment. This card indicates that it is time for self-honesty, in which you admit to yourself that there is one or more areas where you benefit from getting assistance. This is not the same as telling yourself that you've done something wrong, though. It's just that many parts of life requires a team approach, which with people pulling their strengths to help each other. Money coming to you, joining a support group, child support and alimony, consultation with a healthcare professional, asking for the support you need, allowing yourself to be supported. And those were our butterfly messages for mid-month of October for all our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What messages do we have for our goddess messages for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for all our fire signs for the month of October, please? What goddess messages want to come forward for our fire signs, please? What goddess messages do we have for all our fire signs? These goddess messages for all our fire signs, please. The first one that's coming out is Bridget. Don't back down. I feel some of you feel like you need to back down from something. Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. First, be quiet, clear about your intentions. If you're unclear, then confusion will lessen your power and force. Like a candle in the dark, be very clear and bright in what is acceptable to you in the situation. Make no mistakes. I will guide and protect you, and yet think of unparalleled rise in your own viewpoint. If you're to stand up for yourself and speak up about your needs and your deepest truth, now is the time to touch your power, for it is heat and flame will ignite our passion, which will propel you forward to countless ways. Even if the face of fear, you can still stand up for your ideals and your truth. Be unwavering and make your stand today. Be assertive. Don't worry about what others think. Trust that your actions will work out fine. Speak the truth. Stick to your options. Put your foot down. And then your second card that came out is Cordelia. Cordelia. Yeah, that's how you pronounce your name. Cordelia. Go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Being cooped up is not the natural way for inhabitation of exciting planets to live. Believe me, there's plenty to see. And, excuse me. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just going to start that part over again. It's Cordelia, go outside. This is the last message from the goddess messages for our fire signs. You might have to figure out trying to edit out that horrible cough that I just had there. Go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside, get some fresh air. Being cooped up is not a natural way for inhabitants of the existent planet to live. Believe me, there's plenty to see and experiences when you exit the four walls of the roof. A daily venture outside will not only revive your spirit and soul, it will give you hope and faith in the planet's very existence and future. You'll see all the goodness that's in store within nature. The flowers are ready to unfurl, the leaves are ready to sprout, the birds that hop about, or even the wind that affectionately carries you. Don't let another day go by without stepping outside. into the most entertaining and exciting environments. Your manifesting will appear in May, or when weather is warmer. Spend time in nature. Change to a job that allows for more connection with nature. Practice environmentalism. Recognize the need for balance in your life, for more rest and play. And those were our messages for all our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the mid-month of October. If you feel the need to donate, you can do so by Cash App or PayPal, or even Super Chat, whichever you prefer. The link is in the description of the video. This will be a premiere for tomorrow, well, today. And if you like this message, you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And please do not skip my ads. That would be very much appreciated. And I hope everybody has a good day. Much love to everyone.